You have an abundance of the most precious resource known to man. It is of priceless value. And that's why it's sought after by many individuals and corporations all over the world. And despite what we've maybe been taught, it's not your time, and it's not even your energy. Both of these, in fact, are derivatives and influenced by the one most significant resource that you have, which is your attention. Have you thought about this? Your attention is literally responsible for creating your entire reality. Your whole world and life, as you know it, is a product of where you've placed your attention. And it's no wonder we have these sayings of pay attention, because where you're paying attention is literally the world that you're creating, the life that you're perceiving, and the reality that you are building. So, what is the return on the investment of your attention? Have you examined this? Have you thought this through? Have you made this conscious? Because conscious attention is the most powerful force in the entire universe. It's why there are so many seeking for it, because it will build their business. It will put money in their pocket. It will garner their fame. Why are you so quick to give that away to someone else? What are you getting in return for that? These are very important, significant contemplations, which if you examine closely, if you inquire into, you will see why your life is the way that it is. And you will see the way forward to the life that you want to create. Because what exists out here only exists because of where you've placed your attention in here. We think that things exist. We think that forms and figures and all of these external realities are there, and we just experience them, we see them, we interact with them. But actually, they are a product of our own imagination. They are an effect of where we place our attention. And therefore, the quality of your life and the manifestations that you experience and the things that you create and the way that you perceive and relate to your own self and life is a direct reflection of your own attention. This is the good news, because your attention is entirely within your control. So what happens if you were to rescind your attention from the things that don't serve you, from the habits that are not fueling you, that are not true to you, from the beliefs that are keeping you stuck and contained into limitation and lack? What if you were to take back your attention from the consumeristic tendencies that are just fueling someone else's dream, giving significance to someone else's reality? What if you were to take back that attention and place it upon the most true reality that there is, which is yourself? And I'm not talking about the ego, I'm not talking about the personality, I'm talking about the fundamental reality that is prior to all of the concepts, all the labels, all the definitions, all of the identifications and attachments that have become familiar to you in your life. Because all of these things are trying to get your attention as well. It is how that construct of yourself, your self-concept, which is mostly programming, which is mostly limitation, which is mostly conditioning. It's not true to you. It's too is a product of the world, of other people that want you to conform to someone else's way of being. But what if you took that attention and placed it onto your true self? What if you took that awareness and turned it back onto awareness itself? What if you made a habit out of becoming conscious of consciousness, which is the seat of your creatorhood. And when attention is aware of attention itself, you have reclaimed the most powerful force in the entire universe, which is conscious awareness. And when conscious awareness is directed with intention, it births realities. It manifests the abundance and the freedom and the creativity that you are. It illuminates the love and the light that is in your heart. It gives rise to the truth of all that you are, because you are all that is. And when you come into conscious recognition that you are all that is, because I am that I am is your true nature. You see, that simple, momentary recognition of I am that I am is the most useful investment of your attention, because it is the source of all inspiration. It is the point of attraction of all synchronicity. It's as if the universe recognizes that you have recognized the universe within you. And that is the way that it is, because that is the nature of law of attraction. Like attracts like. And if you, with your attention, recognize the value, the invaluable, immeasurable, infinite worth that you are as all that is, as the creator of your reality, as the totality, the simultaneity, the unity of all things, as a pointless point, as a spaceless spaciousness, as a positionless position, right here and now, the eternal present, as no thing, as nowhere, as no one, but simply the fact that you are. And if you see what I mean, if you can feel what I'm saying, then you have found yourself. And it is that self, that primordial truth, that true self which is prior to everything that you perceive, which is why every time we place our attention on that which is unreal, that which is constantly changing, we outsource the power that we are to an illusion. But when you take back that power of your attention and place it onto yourself, onto attention itself, you have become the conscious creator of your reality, and you attract to you, you magnetize to you all that is for you, all that is in alignment with you, because you have embodied the highest frequency that you have access to, which is your natural state. It is that natural, highly elevated frequency that you are in your most essential form, that is the greatest power that you have. And we think that we need to do a lot of work. We think that we need to, with effort and struggle, get from here to there. But all of that is the conditioning and the programming of a world of limitation, which teaches you that you must pay attention to the ways of the world, to the constructs of these experts, the methods of these individuals who have gotten somewhere. And if you just listen, and if you just do as you're told, and if you just live up to that standard, then you might get somewhere. You might become someone. But this is all spending your attention into things that are not true to you, and therefore squandering the most valuable resource that you have into realities that you don't actually want to create. You are a sovereign, autonomous being of the highest order. And I wish for you, in your attention, to recognize the truth of what I'm saying here. Because it is simply the realignment with that truth that gives you access to all that is for you and makes available to you all that is destined for you to realize and manifest in this life. And it is through the conviction of placing your attention on that fact that you exist, that everything comes to you effortlessly, in the perfect way, in the perfect timing, in the perfect form. That is the perfect divine unfolding of your perfect individual blueprint, which is inevitable. And it is all that you already are. Because you came into this world with everything that you need. Like a seed being planted in the ground. It is genetically designed, predestined to become all that it's meant to be. The entire oak tree is already contained within the infinite intelligence of that seed. And so too is your destiny and all that you're meant to achieve and accomplish and become, all that you're meant to fulfill with your calling, with your service, all that's meant to happen in your life is already contained within the energetic blueprint of the intention that your soul set for this life. And that is inevitable when you place your attention on the most valuable resource, which is your attention itself, your awareness itself, your true self. And that is as simple as it is, despite what the world wants us to believe. And that's why when we look at children, we see the epitome of success. If we're being honest with ourselves, the highest success that there is being demonstrated in the child, the untainted, unbridled, unconditioned child, whose heart is pure, whose imagination is true, whose spirit is free, free to be. That is the epitome of success, and that is still and always already within you. And it is simply for where you've been placing your attention that has been tainted. And it is for placing your attention back on to the truth of who you are, that potential, that destiny is allowed to unfold in the way that it is meant to, the way that it is designed to. And that's when your life becomes magic, as it was meant to. And so it's only a matter of taking stock, of taking inventory of where you're placing your attention and making that attention an investment that appreciates yourself rather than depreciates yourself. And so ask yourself, what is my attention worthy of? And where am I going to invest my attention today? What is my intention with my attention? Because it is a momentary choice to make that investment, because that creates your reality.